we've got even more news to talk about for the Trails in the Sky remake, with both Kloe and Agate's trailers have just dropped very recently. Now, I wasn't planning on jumping right into making another video on the Trails in the Sky remake right after the big one I made, going over all the stuff they went over in 2025, but considering the fact that they dropped Kloe's trailer while I was out of town, and then Agate's came in, I believe, yesterday, I was like, okay, I gotta make another one. They're dropping character trailers pretty fast, so I'm excited. I have not seen the character trailers yet, just like how it was with Charizard and Olivier, so I thought it'd be fun to sit down and watch it for the first time with you guys, react to it, and then obviously, of course, talk about my thoughts of it, just like I did with all the other ones. So, you know what, let's just jump right in. I'm excited. Let's see some new trailers. Oh, and one more thing. I, of course, will be watching the trailers in order, starting with Kloe and Agate's. You know, I feel like I don't really need to mention that, but I just want to throw that out there just in case. And, you know, while I'm talking about trailers, Gung-Ho, Falcon, you know, it'd be really nice if we don't drop, like, the next region trailer for, like, Zeiss, or, I don't know, like, Tita's character trailer, like, tomorrow or the next day. That'd be really nice. But if you do, then I don't mind jumping into another video. So, alright, enough about that. Let's jump right into these trailers, for real this time.
All aboard!
Oh, you know it's good if they're starting off with Sieg already.
Oh my, Sieg, where have you been?
They look so good. The details
I brought
of
them,
Sieg's feathers.
just as promised.
Overall Academy.
It's called Magical of the White Flower.
You're going to gender switch the roles.
They already kind of.
Hold on. What?
You're switching roles between the boys and girls?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Jill.
what made it fun.
I wish never to have to use this,
Oh,
but
Kloe with the rapier.
I was taught
That's
to wield
sick.
a sword to protect others.
Hey, okay. I see you with the
I believe
animations.
now is the time to use
That's
those
cool.
teachings.
Hell yeah.
Why?
Oh, that's so
How
cool.
could anyone
Ooh.
do this?
Have you lost
Okay.
your nerve, Oscar?
Oh, we get more.
I
Oh, we
wonder
get more play
if it would have been
scenes.
better if our roles were reversed. Thanks to you, I found a little courage of my own.
Aw. Okay, there's a lot to unpack with that.
Trails
To
in the
unravel
Sky,
about that.
first chapter.
Oh my god. Okay, they
Accepting
showed us
pre-orders
more
We shall
of the
rise,
the play
together
there
with
at
the
the
white
end.
wings.
Together
Falcon,
with the white wings, indeed. Oh my god. Okay, I can't get over that. We had more play scenes. I definitely want to go over that. That's some big stuff right there. But I think it's only fair if I save going over all that stuff with the play and with the orphanage burning and all that until I finish reacting to Agate's trailer. So that was Kloe's trailer. Great trailer. I'll obviously talk more about that when I go into the deep dive into it. So let's move on to Agate Krosner's character trailer. I'm excited about this one.
Get ready to feel the full force of the heavy blade.
Oh, yes. Show me that power
I
you've
heard
got,
everything
Agate.
at the guild. Sounds
Oh,
like it
that's
became
sick.
one big
Oh, wait, that's,
fiasco, huh? Come on, rookies.
No, yeah, that
Let's
was
get
when
moving.
he first meets Stone
We have to
Joshua,
help them.
I think.
Why do you amateurs always stick your noses where they don't belong?
You, ugh, you're just as infuriating as ever.
Oh my
Cry
god, those
all you
crafts
want,
look so
but
badass.
listen to me, brat. Cry if you need. Scream if it helps. But first, stand
Oh
on
my
your
yes,
damn
we get
feet.
more of
How the
these.
hell are you
Okay.
gonna save anyone when you don't take care of yourself?
Now, no need to get
Oh,
mad,
that's hard.
Estelle. Agate's just saying all that to cover up how embarrassed he is.
Shut the hell up, brats. All right, let's finish this.
Yep, you're totally right
I'll
about
clear
that,
the
Joshua.
path ahead.
Oh my
Let's
god, look
move.
how cool his crafts look. Okay. Oh my
Trails
god,
in the
just like
Sky,
with Chloe's, there's
first
a lot to
chapter.
go over with that one too.
Accepting pre-orders now.
Holy shit.
Got no time for weaklings. Get ready for this. Falcon.
Okay. Okay. Oh man. Okay, well that's Agate's trailer done. So now I just want to jump right into my discussions and talking about this. Because, oh man, like I've been saying, they show some good stuff in there that is going to be very fun to talk about. So let's do it. I'm ready. For starters, I definitely want to go over them talking about the magical with the white flower. Some very funny stuff there to see Estelle and Joshua with voice lines talking about how they feel about the gender swapped roles. You get to see a little bit more of, okay, hold on, let me go back there. Sorry about that. You get to see like kind of like little them like starting the crafting of the play, and you get to see a little bit of Estelle and Kloe geared up over there. As some people are, oh, yeah, they're bringing Joshua over there. I see that's what that was. Bringing Joshua over there. The beautiful dress that he was in. And then we got to see some of Kloe fighting with Estelle and Josh, which I believe that was, I think. Oh God. Okay. Hopefully my memory can remember some things for some of these talking points I want to bring up. Because like I mentioned in the last video, it's been a while since I last played. Say first played for myself the Sky games. I think this is when Chloe's helping them out with like the Ruan thug group that's like causing some mayhem in the city. I think that's when she's kind of helping out, stepping into the fray for there. Very cool. Get to see, I guess, like a new craft, because I think I might have heard that she's getting a new craft um, in this remake. I don't remember where I heard that, but I think I might have heard that somewhere. So maybe that's what that was. So that's really cool. You get her looking badass with Sieg on the side. Okay, this was the big stuff. They all flash it for like 2 seconds. But this is the big stuff that I want to go over. We got the... Okay, well, first of all, before I go into this, I know I was kind of avoiding talking about spoilers as best as I could in the last video I made on the remake, but I think for when it comes to the big points I want to talk about for Kloe and Agate's trailers, the only way to get right into the biggest details, I'm going to have to go into some spoilers. So just want to go and just drop spoiler warning for maybe people watching this video and my other Sky Remake videos who have not gotten into trails or have not played the Sky games. It's going to give you spoiler warning. Alright, now that enough time has passed, let's jump right in to, obviously, I mean, maybe it's possible that most people watching this have already played the games, but I always just like to do that, just in case. So yes, this is the scene with the orphanage, I believe. The scene where, the orphanage that Kloe helps with all the kids over there gets burned down. Now, I don't entirely remember the story thing that leads to it getting burnt down, but I remember that is a big event that happens in the first game that kind of like pushes along like Chloe's character with all of that stuff. So that was really interesting to show. They're teasing that, flashing that for a couple seconds there. And they kind of show her like reacting to it a little bit with Estelle over there. And right after that, like I was trying to process like the fact they show the orphanage scene in the trailer for a little bit. They jump right on into the damn play, like some new footage with the play. Like, Estelle, you're looking sick with that sword. I see you over there. The costumes look so good. Oh my god, I cannot wait to see this play like fully acted out in the remake. It's gonna be gorgeous, especially with like full-on cutscenes like they weren't able to do back then. It's gonna be so good. And Chloe looks so good too with the swords. I love Estelle with like that. She's like, oh, have you lost your nerve, Oscar? That's really good. She's got, she's locked in with the character. You know how it is. She's doing good. And they go for the clash, get some good sword clashes, and like, come on. The shot where they're like, like the anime ass shot where they're like locking in with like the swords and like they're like looking eye to eye and they're like looking like, oh, I'm ready to kick your ass. Like, oh man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You've outdone yourselves, Falcon, for this. And that's kind of where it ends off with like where we saw last time with them, like on the boat. I think that's after like they're chasing down like the Ruan mayor, I think, that was causing that crazy stuff where Joshua activated a little bit of his secret hidden powers that he's been holding with Estelle to when he went crazy and all that. I think that's when they're like on the water. And then that's really about it. Biggest stuff they kind of just flashed over, but still big enough that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, again, just like how I said when I was done reacting to it, great trailer. It was a really good trailer. And basically just, how I've also said for like all the other character trailers. I feel like I'm really just going to be repeating myself so many of the times when it comes to talking about these character trailers, but it really is true. I really do think they've done a great job with all of them. Just kind of showing you like, kind of just throwing out some of the stuff I said in the last remake video, but I'll just give like a quick rundown of kind of what I was saying last, and kind of just letting you know like what the characters like, kind of what they're dealing with, the relationship they're going to have with Estelle and Joshua, and kind of, teasing some big event that is going to be like a big part of some like character development stuff for them in the game. Really great job of handling that, and I love how like they kind of tease you with some of the events. If there's anyone watching the trailers who haven't played the game, I really like how they're doing that tease. But then it also makes it more fun, for people like me and anyone else who have played the Sky games before, and seeing those and be like, ooh, yeah, I remember that scene. It's very fun to see that, especially when it comes to how we're all gonna feel about when it comes to people seeing those for the first time. So yeah, one last time, great trailer. So let's move on next to Agate's trailer. We gotta talk about that. He had some really big stuff with Lawrence Louve over there. We gotta talk about that. Right off the bat with Agate's trailer, I do really like how they jump right on in to the action, to outside of the Bose Ruan gate when he first meets Estelle and Joshua. When I think it's like the scene with like the wolf pack. I think that comes on over and they're like, oh damn, I don't know how we're gonna handle this because they're still junior bracers. And Agate comes strolling along. He's like, hey kids, get out of the way. You junior bracers shouldn't be taking care of this. I got you. Let me show you how a real bracer takes care of that. So yeah, I thought that was cool how they show that scene. Starting off some action, very fitting with Agate, with him being very, very badass. And they jump right into him talking to Estelle and Joshua, and how, he's like, all right, man, you gotta learn that you can't always stick your nose into people's business. Like, that's, as much as we, as bracers, gotta help people, you can't always help everyone, which was a very fair message to tell Estelle and Joshua when they're still learning. So, good on you, I guess, Agate, for, being harsh about it. Then, yeah, get some more crafts, which is badass. Like, look at how sick he looks with, like, just the flaming aura with, like, the rocks flying around him. Like, I know in, like, the later Cold Steel games, they did a great job showing, like, how badass he was with, like, HD, like, crafts. But I'm pretty sure, like, in the Sky games, he had a couple of different crafts, I believe, that he did not have in the later Cold Steel games and Reverie and vice versa. So that's going to be really cool to see some of these, some of the couple ones that he didn't have returning in the later Trails games, remade again. That's going to be super sick. And just even better HD with, like, the new engine that Falcom's been using since, I think, what was it, like, was it East Nordics, I guess, that first used that? Or it could have been Daybreak 1, I don't entirely remember, but you get the idea. Super badass. And then, yeah, this part was, him talking to Tita, with the stuff with, I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, if you want. I think that's the scene when they've got to escape with, Tita's grandfather after the base outside of Zeiss, I think. And after all that stuff with, like, Alan Richards, they find out that he's bad, and then he's trying to do the coup d'etat and all that stuff. I think that might be that scene, or it could be some time earlier in the game. I could be wrong. And then the best part of the trailer, right here, we get even more of the clash between him and Lawrence Louve. Oh my god, because they already showed, like, a little bit of this, kind of, like, on the website, like, that I made sure to show, and then the last remake video I made. They show, like, a couple of seconds of the fight if you go on their website and just kind of, like, let it run towards, like, the end of, like, the homepage, top of the page footage they got going on. But Agate's character trailer over here gives us some even better looks at the fight with, like, him talking and getting to see more of him in motion. Oh man, it's like him charging up with, like, the aura with his sword, and you kind of see him, Lawrence stammering back, like, oh damn, maybe I gotta take this shit seriously. They don't call you the heavy blade for nothing. Well, we all remember how strong Lawrence Louve, Mr. Louve Linhart was in his Lawrence form when he was working for Alan Richards there. Even then he was holding himself back, not showing his true enforcer status there. So yeah, that, like I said, biggest highlight of the trailer, for sure. Then we had Joshua being like, yeah, it's okay, still. No, he's just, yeah, goofy thing he said. He's like, oh, he's just, he's covering up how embarrassing he is. And you got, I think, probably, like, the S-Craft there at the end. Super bad. Like, god damn, he's so cool, man. Agate is so damn cool. And after about what looks like is going to be his S-Craft, that really about wraps up for Agate's trailer. So, yeah, just one last going over from the top. Super badass. Love how they showed, kind of him talking to Tita there for a little bit. I love how they showed the intro of when he meets Estelle and Joshua at the gateway from Bose to Ruan. And then, of course, I love how they showed even more with, like, the Louve fight scene. That was super sick. Very, very cool, badass trailer. Great way to show how much of a badass he is. And yeah, really about wraps up all we've got here for our 2 new character trailers. Good stuff, Falcom. Good stuff. Alright, well, that about wraps up all I wanted to talk about with the character trailers, like I was saying, for Kloe and Agate. Really great stuff there, and I can't wait to see what the future remaining character trailers and remaining region trailers are going to be like. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed going over, reacting, maybe, if you haven't seen them yet and seen them for the first time in this video, and hearing me going over, like, my thoughts and, like, breaking down some of the character trailers. I always love doing this. It's super fun. I love trailers so much, as I'm sure you guys can very obviously tell with these, especially with another. I've made a handful of videos on the remake talking about it now. I'm super excited for this remake, and I cannot wait to be playing it. And I'm debating whether or not I want to do a playthrough of it on the channel. I don't know. I still have to think about that. So I'll have to think about that more the closer we get to the release of the game. Although if you guys really do want to see me make a playthrough of the game, I am totally down to do that. Like, if you want to, like, let me know in the comments or anything, if y'all are down for that, you know, maybe see my reaction, you know, with that, see my reaction to, like, the cutscenes full time, playing through all the game reaction and everything, seeing all the crazy cool new stuff that they probably do, because I think it's possible that they probably are going to introduce some, like, new cutscenes, sorry, not new cutscenes, new side quests and other little cool smaller details, like stuff like that. I am super down for that. So yeah, just let me know in the comments if you guys want to see that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and for my future videos I want to make on this, it kind of depends on when they drop more trailers. I think the next trailer they're probably going to drop is probably going to be the Zeiss region trailer, considering they got Kloe and Agate's character trailers back to back. And I went back on the Gunko channel, I think after, because Charizard and Olivier's character trailers, I believe, were also back to back, and then they kind of started jumping on into the Bose and like Wuhan region stuff. So don't know if they'll do Zeiss and Grancel back to back, but I feel like we're probably going to get Zeiss in our next trailer for the game. So depending on how big that is, maybe I'll make a singular video on that, or if they drop Grancel after that soon after, maybe I'll lump it into both, just like I was doing with this one. I'll see how it goes. So one more final time from the top, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next Trails in the Sky Remake video. See you then, Sumerians.